A century ago, enormous human-like monsters appeared from nowhere, devastating humanity. To survive, civilians built 3 towering walls, but safety was never assured. Armin, who worked in his father's oil factory, visited Eren with Mikasa. They found Eren, adventurous as ever, standing precariously on a nuke before slipping off. The trio discussed their dreams. Armin was drawn to creating gadgets, while Eren yearned to explore the world beyond the walls. Inspired by a picture of a woman surfing on the nuke, they became determined to venture outside the walls and discover the life that awaited them. They approached the walls, ready to climb. Mikasa and Armin tried to stop Eren, warning him that going any further could mean a death sentence. But Eren dismissed their fears, calling the belief in Titans mere superstition. Just then, the border security arrived, clashing with Eren and Armin to prevent them from advancing. The commanding officer intervened, revealing that a scout regiment was soon being formed to venture beyond the walls. He invited Eren to join them. Suddenly, the ground shook. What felt like an earthquake was the terrifying return of the Titans. Towering and monstrous, they struck fear into everyone. Panic erupted as the Titans advanced, their sheer size overwhelming the guards' efforts to stop them. One massive Titan kicked through the wall, creating a gaping breach. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin fled, desperate to escape. The Titans began pouring in through the hole, shrugging off cannon fire as they regenerated. One Titan snatched up the lead guard and devoured him, while others feasted on the remaining soldiers. In a moment of sheer terror, a guard, unable to face the horror, took his own life. Chaos engulfed the town as Titans rampaged, devouring anyone in their path. Amid the panic, Mikasa and Eren dashed toward a nearby house, seeking refuge from the monstrous giants. But as they ran, Eren spotted a woman struggling with her child and, without hesitation, sprinted to help. Mikasa managed to save the child, but in the overwhelming crowd, they were separated. Eren found himself trapped inside the house as the doors slammed shut, while Mikasa was left outside with the child, the Titans closing in. Eren saw Mikasa outside and desperately tried to open the door, but the others held him back. Suddenly, a Titan appeared. Ignoring the danger, Eren rushed outside to save Mikasa. The Titan shattered the house, killing everyone inside. Blood seeped through the door, and Eren, shaken by the sight, realized that everyone, including Mikasa, was dead. 2 years later, the army general announced that they had to evacuate the area and move to the commercial zone with limited supplies. The need to reclaim the land was urgent. During the preparations, Hans, the leader of the weapon squad, accidentally fired her ODMG device, entangling herself in the flag. Despite the mistake, the squad was gearing up for the fight against the Titans. Eren and Armin were deeply saddened, having lost everyone they cared about. A girl approached Armin and handed him a small teddy bear, saying it was for him. As they stood in line for food, while waiting, the former border security leader, now a drunk, stumbled upon them and asked about Mikasa. Eren, with a heavy heart, admitted that he couldn't save her. The leader, grieving, shared that his family had also perished and that he was merely waiting for his own death. Suddenly, Hyanna entered, declaring that she was hungry. As they ate, Armin used the porridge to sketch out a strategy. His plan was to break the wall from the top to seal it from the bottom. Meanwhile, Sasha, more focused on her hunger, wasn't paying much attention. Armin mentioned that the last stockpile of explosives was in Omotomashi, warning that if it ran out, humanity would be doomed. A regiment member suddenly interrupted, dismissing everyone as useless. Sasha stood up, but only to ask for more food, even though it was all gone. The member then began mocking and demoralizing the group. Lil responded by accusing him of being afraid of the Titans. Infuriated, the member moved to strike Armin, but Eren stepped in, taunting him by calling him a coward. This only fueled the member's anger, and he was about to fight Eren when Hans intervened just in time, stopping the conflict. She then gave a clear order. She wanted just one Titan captured alive. That regiment member then mocked Eren for leaving his girlfriend Misaka to death, which enraged Eren and he stormed at him to beat him down but was stopped by the crowd. Under the cover of night, the team set out for Omotomachi, timing their move when Titans were believed to be in their deepest slumber. They were ordered to maintain absolute silence to avoid attracting attention. As they cautiously drove through the desolate landscape, the team leader called for a halt to scout for any danger. They spotted a herd of cows, and amidst the tension, Sasha's stomach growled loudly. Armin quickly handed her 2 potatoes to keep her quiet. Just as they were about to resume their journey, Lil heard the faint sound of a child crying and followed it into some abandoned rubble. Meanwhile, Eren's torch was extinguished by what seemed like water, but they soon realized it was the saliva of a baby Titan, feasting on a man above them. The Titan suddenly fell, letting out a terrifying scream. Eren, panicking, grabbed Lil and fled. The scream alerted nearby Titans. In the chaos, the team leader was snatched up and devoured. As Lil and Eren tried to escape, a female Titan pursued them but was crushed by an even larger one. The regiment's vehicle sped away, leaving some members behind. One soldier was crushed, but another bravely fought back and was able to kill the Titan. As the group faced imminent danger, a man with dual swords appeared, ready to fight. Eren recalled Han's teachings about striking a Titan's weak spot at the nape of its neck. The swordsman expertly did just that, defeating the Titan. Their savior was none other than Master Shikishima. As the group caught their breath, another Titan emerged from the shadows. Just as hope seemed lost, a brave woman appeared. It was Mikasa. Eren was shocked to see her alive, but before he could react, she went away with Shikamashi. Later, while the team regrouped in a secured room, Director General Kobal arrived, praising Shikishima for his leadership. The explosives, crucial to their mission, were hidden under a bunker, and the team began loading them onto the vehicles. Tensions flared when the same soldier who had earlier provoked Eren challenged him again. This time, Eren, driven by sheer experience and determination, fought back fiercely, ultimately breaking the soldier's jaw with a powerful kick. Before the situation could escalate further, Mikasa intervened, stopping the fight, and then quietly left the room. Eren asked Shikishima about Mikasa, who assured him she was well-trained and capable of fighting Titans. Shikishima offered to train Eren as well, but questioned whether he was worthy. Eren's answers didn't satisfy him, and Shikishima walked away. Meanwhile, a few soldiers tended to the man Eren had beaten earlier, mentioning that Mikasa's girlfriend had died, leaving emotionally closed off. However, Mikasa was not dead, she was playing the piano. When Eren approached her, she revealed that both she and the child had been bitten by a Titan. As Shikishima sat nearby, he fed Mikasa a piece of his bitten apple, signaling that Mikasa now belonged to him. Heartbroken, Eren left the room, overwhelmed with emotion. Lil found him crying and tried to comfort him, but just as she got close, Eren noticed a Titan's eye behind her. The Titan grabbed Lil by the leg, pulling her up and swallowing her whole. The Titans had arrived. Han sounded the alarm, and the group prepared for battle. Shikishima fought skillfully, slaying many Titans, while Mikasa fought bravely alongside him. The battle was intense, with many fighting valiantly, but some, including a couple, didn't survive. Armin was particularly shaken by their loss. Meanwhile, Hans noticed that someone had stolen their truck full of explosives. In a desperate attempt to stop the thief, a member of the group threw a fire source at the truck, igniting the explosives. A brave woman kicked the thief out of the truck, took control, and drove it straight into a Titan, resulting in a massive explosion. From a tall building, Eren watched the scene unfold and spotted the soldier he had beaten earlier. The soldier, filled with despair, told Eren they couldn't defeat the Titans, which enraged Eren. He swung at the Titans but failed to land a hit. Shikishima encouraged him, and Eren tried again, managing to kill one Titan. However, just as he was about to strike another, a Titan bit his leg and hurled him into a building. Eren lay helpless on the rooftop, injured and vulnerable. The soldier Eren had beaten was now struggling against the Titans. In a daring rescue, the soldiers fought to protect him, with Shikishima delivering the final blow to the Titan. Meanwhile, Armin was caught in the grip of another Titan, and Mikasa saw Eren lying injured but hesitated, choosing to fight the Titan instead. As Armin was on the verge of being swallowed, Sasha shot arrows at the Titan, but they were ineffective against its thick hide. The Titan was incredibly strong, and every effort to stop it seemed futile. Just as the Titan was about to devour Armin, Eren intervened, prying open the Titan's mouth and throwing Armin to safety. However, Eren was swallowed in the process, losing a hand in the struggle. Inside the Titan's stomach, Eren's hand began to burn in the creature's acidic interior and screamed in pain. Armin, trembling, showed Mikasa Eren's severed hand, whispering that he was gone. The sight didn't break her into tears, instead, a cold, fiery rage consumed her. She lashed out at everything around her, swinging wildly through the air, desperate to vent the fury boiling inside her. Then, the same Titan that had swallowed Eren reappeared, but before anyone could react, it suddenly exploded from within. Out of the shattered remains emerged a new, terrifying Titan, Eren. He had transformed, and now he was the deadliest force on the battlefield. Eren, now a monstrous Titan himself, roared with unbridled fury and tore through the other Titans with savage ferocity. He was a force of nature, a walking nightmare, obliterating every Titan in his path in mere moments, his wrath unstoppable. After obliterating the Titans with unrelenting fury, Eren's Titan form finally exhausted its energy and collapsed, the immense body beginning to heat up and steam. Mikasa, determined and resolute, approached the fallen Titan. She carefully aimed her blade and severed the nape, releasing Eren from within. As the Titan's body began to vaporize, Shikishima looked on with a sense of pride at the sight of Eren's raw power. But as Eren emerged, It became clear that his strength was spent, he had given everything in the fight. With one last breath, Aaron finally succumbed, his body going still.
Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can watch more videos like this.